Good morning, everybody. Dorothy Morgan here, professional astrologer. You can find me at dorothymorganastrologer.com. Today, we're talking about the elephant in the room. And what that happens to actually be is Mars conjunct Saturn. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to have us also open our calendars to October 2021. So if you're listening to this as a recording, go ahead and go grab your journal and see and look at October. We're going to talk about that too. And a lot more. We'll do a quick question with the Astro Dice, and then we will finish and ground ourselves with the Native Spirit deck. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. Hopefully I can do it right. There we are. Yes. So today is Monday, April 4th. And what we want to look at, and we've been feeling this all along the last number of dailies I've talked about as Mars is making its applying aspect to Saturn. And we really are feeling the tension of this here on the East Coast of the United States. This doesn't happen until 9:51 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So you'll adjust to where you live. However, over the last whole week and two, we've been feeling the tension of this. And when Mars and Saturn do come together in this fixed air sign, we can feel like a lot of really focused energy. And the focus, because Mars and Saturn together, while they're the two malefics together, conjunctions can be, can go either way, whether they cause us problems and stress, or they give us, the ability to really focus into something specific. And so that's one of the ways that this Mars-Saturn conjunction can work out. So it can help us to stay and become very, very focused on certain things and really accomplish a lot. However, it also in the same time, it also creates tension and stress. And, it's, even though we're in this new moon, like I mentioned yesterday and the day before, even though we are in a new moon phase, it still feels like we're not able to initiate those important things because we're constantly coming up against a lot of frustrations. So you want to pay attention to how that feels for you. All right. Now, here's the thing I want us to talk about. I want to talk about what's the importance of 22 degrees of Aquarius. And I want us to go back to October 18th. And actually, it's the whole month of October of 2022, but the specific day of October 18th, this is East Coast time, 1:30 in the morning is when Jupiter was stationed at 22 degrees of Aquarius, just minutes off of where, let me go back to this chart. This chart shows it. So let me, what, I'll just get my drawing tool out so you can see this too. Yeah, here they are. Though we're not going to be concerned with the house placements because everybody's in a different place on the planet. So we will not talk about that, but you certainly are going to want to look at where 22 degrees of Aquarius is in your chart. And if you have any planets in your own chart that are right around the 22nd degree, because all of these things will be highlighted by some type of, an aspect or two, and it will be depending on what sign it's in, whether there's squares or oppositions that create tension and stress, or the sextiles and the trines, which can create active movement. However, put a period at that. New paragraph, if you will. If I was writing this out, I want us to, again, go back to especially October 18th and even the whole month of October. The Jupiter, that big dude, he was just hanging out there. 22 degrees, didn't move a stitch in the whole month of October, just by a couple of minutes. That's it. So that means something at that point in time in October of 2021 is now being activated by the Mars-Saturn conjunction at 22 degrees, okay, of Aquarius. And even when Venus recently was at 22, it would have activated that as well. Let me see when that was. We're April 4th here. Venus was at 22 degrees of Aquarius on March 30th. Just a few days back, 5 or 6 days back. So if you're feeling tension and stress and like you really want to get something started and get something going, however, you're not sure and it just isn't quite right, this is the reason. This is the reason. We don't need to fight it. We just need to do what we can to stop my share. do what we can to work with it. All right. And if you need to know more about that, I am a professional astrologer. So that's my profession. I can help you decipher what all of this means personally for you. All right. DorothyMorganAstrologer.com. We're going to throw some dice now. So what that represents is it's an intuitive message, right? A message from spirit, if you will. So we're going to use the astrology dice. I'm going to interpret it. So if you have a question about something going on in your world, go ahead and ask that to yourself now. All right. And as I roll them, I see Aquarius. I see the 10th house. What planet showed up? Venus. Venus and Aquarius in the 10th house. Venus is what we love, what we value. Of course, it's also our finances. And so let's speak to each of those categories separately. Venus, what we love, what we value in the sign of Aquarius. So that would be information, knowledge, fixed air sign, right? We value our thoughts. We value certain ideas, and it's in the, and it shows up. The 10th house energy shows up, and that represents how you present yourself out into the world, how the world sees you, right? So this could be for somebody here, an opportunity for you to get an idea out there and launched. And remember, the Aquarius energy is really highlighted right now. So we're going to give it a few days, even though, we're talking about this today, we're still going to give it a few days because the astrology in the sky is like, we're just going to feel frustrated with too many things to do, or things not moving as quickly as we would like. That's what that represents. So that's one piece of that. Now, if it's about finances, there's three things. Let's do three. The finances, Venus in Aquarius in the 10th house, that would be going to your boss or whomever is a level above you or whatever that is. I'm not corporate. This might be, taking a brilliant idea to your group, your boss, your whomever that you meet with, and maybe being even compensated for it. It helps your career, helps move your career forward. And then when it comes to love relationships, this is interesting too, because, Venus in Aquarius isn't always, isn't all cuddly. Doesn't mean that doesn't happen, but it just isn't cuddly. It's more of meeting somebody online in a very public forum. So that's three ways we can read this. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. So there is that. Now, guys, I always have to mention this because, we all have to earn a living. So if you would like, please have a session. And if you would like to just support me monthly, I have Patreon exclusive content for my Patreon platform. And you can support me here on YouTube. All you have to do is put a thumbs up, comment below, and if this content is useful to you, share it with your groups. And that is a wonderful way to support me. I appreciate that. This is all I do. Just had 5 days off. I'm ready to get back to work. The move, right? Oh, I love this card, gathering your tribe. So the grounding final message here today is just about getting those people around you, those new people that you might not know yet. First off, of course, bringing those people that are really close to you closer. But it just shows me that, especially, like myself, I've moved a ways away from where I'm from, not too far, just a half hour, but it's nice to make new friends where we're at, find new areas, new groups, new people to gather with. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know yet. It's only been a couple of days. We'll see. Still not unpacked all the way yet. So gathering your tribe, whatever that means for you, as far as bringing new people together or bringing the old tribe back together, because it's been a heck of a 2-year stint right now. So it has a lot to do with that. And of course, I absolutely love just going out into nature and just reconnecting there. And, Song of the Wild came up. I have it open because I was going to shuffle, see if it would come up again. But I just did a split this morning, just before I started recording, and it did. It came up good. I really love this. I actually haven't pulled this card before. I've had this deck for years, and I don't remember pulling this card. And that Song of the Wild card is about, it goes along with finding your new tribe, if you will, or gathering your tribe. It's about getting out of your comfort zone. It's about finding new adventures. Even if you do something that is the same, find a new way to do it. It's all kinds of, it's all about, and that's what Aquarius is. It's like freedom, independence, finding new ways to do things. And that's the time, that's what we're in with this Mars, Venus, and Saturn in Aquarius. And the roll of the dice were Aquarius, lots of new opportunities. And that's what this song too. It's like, step out of your comfort zone, find new things to do. Of course, get out in nature. They're always about that. And yeah, it's just a whole new world is beginning for a lot of us in a lot of different ways. And boy, the energies in the sky and the energies just in the dimensional energy fields of the planet, if you will. I don't know much about them. I pay attention to what I need to pay attention to, but I'm not an expert at that. However, new vibrations, raising our vibrations, and finding those people who fit where we are now. And the ones that don't fit typically will just fall to the wayside. So get out, play, have fun. That card, gather your family together, your new family, and the people you haven't seen in a long time that you absolutely love and adore, and they have similar beliefs in you. And then Song of the Wild, get out there and play and have some fun and experience life in a way that you haven't experienced it before. All right. We're going to leave you with that. If you're feeling a little frustrated today, that is okay. Allow that to happen. If you feel very driven and you're able to accomplish a lot, that's fantastic too. The moon is just about to shift into the next zodiac sign. What time does he do that? Well, he's still in Taurus, and he's in Taurus all day. So he's making squares to all the Aquarius planets throughout the day, actually early this morning. And so that's over with. Took me a while to get here this morning for this recording. I just was taking my time. And so the moon will enter Gemini. Yay, we'll talk about that tomorrow, but it enters Gemini this evening at 11 here on the East Coast. All right, I'm going to leave us all with that. Thank you, everybody. Blessings. I just was taking a moment with you. Blessings and namaste.